Okay, here's just a little bit of notes here. Basically, if you're working portables, you should know most of this. Portable scale operation has the same responsibilities as that as a permanent scale location. However, when working portable operation, numerous other factors must be considered by the motor carrier inspectors. Some of these you may have been told about, so maybe you haven't. If you haven't, keep it on your hat now and try to remember these things. Number one factor to be considered when stopping a vehicle out on the road or at a location selected to check trucks is officer safety and the safety of the driver and other citizens. When stopping a truck, know where you are, plan ahead as to where is the best location to get the vehicle stopped. If the truck won't stop and you must follow it or engage in pursuit of the vehicle, use every bit of caution and regards for others. The fact that you're engaged in stopping a truck does not protect you from the consequences of a reckless disregard for the safety of others. In other words, if you're out there and you're not really going by SOP and you're disobeying laws and stuff like that, and something happens, you're held liable individually, not the party. Every precaution must be taken to protect innocent motorists, pedestrians, and the other motor carrier inspectors themselves. Well, let's think what you're going to do out there before you do it, plan ahead, and set the talk together as a team. Because one mistake, you can get yourself hurt pretty bad and pretty quick. The scale smacking in the leg or something like this. It's very important that motor carrier inspectors, especially in times of stress, maintain control of themselves, their vehicles, and the situation. In other words, if you've got a guy out there and he's starting to get mouthy with you, just sort of let it go with the flow and keep him courteous to him. And most of the time, put yourself in his position and things are going to smooth out. Know your limitations, your vehicle's limitations, and don't exceed them. And on stopping the violator, it's after observing a violation, determining that the vehicle must be stopped. Number one, follow the distance to be safe according to the speed of the violator's vehicle, the type of road you're on, and other traffic present. Stay close enough where the Commission's headlights at night shine on the violator's vehicle. Number two, at night if possible, select a well-lighted area. Both vehicles can stop off the traveled portion of the roadway. 3, activate the red lights. 4, as the violator stops, stop slightly to the left of his vehicle, far enough that the license plate is visible just above the hood of your Commission. In other words, you're wanting to offset your Commission from the vehicle you're stopping. Your left headlight should shine slightly down the left side of his vehicle. In other words, if he's here and you're out here, that's going to give you protection as you're walking up to that vehicle. At night, shine the spotlight up towards the driver's mirror. This more or less just basically blinds him where he can't tell you what you're doing. Put the Commission in park, cut your wheels to the right, and set your parking brake. Probably think, why are you going to cut your wheels to the right? If somebody's coming down the road, he's watching your red lights, he's not particularly watching you up 65 feet up the road. If he hits that Commission, you got him turned out to the left or straight, that Commission can pull it right up there and hit you. If you're going out and get on common traffic, cut your wheels into the right, Commission will go this way. When you go to approach the violator, after stopping, the violator proceed as follows. First of all, look to the rear out of Commission for approaching traffic. You want to open your door into the car coming up to there and you take your door off. When clear, get out, opening the car door only slightly and go forward, staying close to the side of the station wagon. At night, do not get between the lights of the Commission and the violator's vehicle. This will silhouette you and make you an easy target. 4, move up to the driver's side of the truck, and at night, with your flashlight and your offhand. Everybody know what your offhand is. In other words, if you're right-handed, your left hand, your weaker hand. Once you reach the driver and hold the driver's license and permits in your offhand, you just tuck your flashlight up under your arm like such. That way, if you need your strong arm for something, you got it. Stop to break in the door. The violator will have to turn to see you. This gives you the advantage of position. In other words, if you're walking up the door, you don't want to stand right here. He opens it, bang. You'll stand basically about right in here. That way, he's got to turn around and see you. Okay. Observe the driver and all occupants of the vehicle. If possible, and have all the passengers remain in the truck. Do not let them get out. on the far side of the truck upon initial contact. Okay, remain constantly aware of passing traffic and do not wander out into the travel portion of the road. I know when I first come on, I've done it. I still do it once in a while, catch myself. You stand there talking to the guy, and you're talking to him, and you keep giving it this number. Before you know it, you're going to be one of the ink spots out in the road there. Okay, on the weighing procedure, after obtaining all the necessary paperwork and you have reason to believe the vehicle is overweight, you wish to weigh it on the portable scales, explain to the driver what you're going to do. That way he knows what to expect, what you expect. For something, you know, once in a great while you'll have an occasion where this is going to work. 99.75% of the time it will. Explain to the driver that you'll be placing the portable scales in front of his vehicle, in front of the wheels. And once the scales are in place, you'll have him place the vehicle in low gear on the low side. And always make sure you tell him in the low side. It gives him the lowest gear he's got. Pull up on there the easiest that way. Advise the driver to watch you in the mirror. Once he's on the weighing platform or the scale, you'll have him stop. In other words, like on the MD 400s, it's going to be the weighing platform itself, not on the ramp. On these, apparently you can go from this edge here to here. You want to have the tire at least on this side. I think we're going to put tape on these right here. Wow. Okay. Tell the driver once he does get in position on the scales that you'll have him apply the brakes and that you're going to read the scale. Once you have written his weight down, then you'll have him pull it forward. Have the driver stay in the vehicle. Number one is, you know, you're adding a few more pounds. That's the way the vehicle is actually going down the road. You want his total gross weight. Number two, if something would happen and he goes to roll off, he's right there where he can apply the brakes again. And when you're weighing, especially if on the MD 400s, if he's pulling up on it and you're telling the driver up here, you know, when to stop, and he's watching in the mirror, you don't want to be standing back here. If he gets it, you know, and it just kicks that scale out, you got 48 pounds coming back, it could probably just take your ankle right off. You want to stay in front, stay in the direction always, that if something happens, the scale's going to go away from you. I think Kevin can tell you there, what, Saturday, working mix sack, we weighed one, had a big dozer on it. He must have kicked the scales out 4 times. And it was just like a bullet. It shot he was trying to back up on it and it shot the one from the drive all the way up and knocked the one on the steering clear out. Okay, several items, you know, when you're weighing on portable scales. Currently we're using the MD 400 portable scale, which is a hydraulic operated static scale. Specifically designed to measure the weight of the wheel resting anywhere on the weighing surface. And of course, there again, the weighing surface is just a platform on the top. It's not the approach ramps. The width and weighing surface is 10 inches, and the length of the weighing surface is 11 inches. And the weight of the MD 400 is 46 pounds and a capacity of 20,000 pounds per scale. Rules of operation: it must be understood by the operator that an accurate axle weight or gross weight cannot be arrived by measuring just a single wheel. In other words, if you were weighing this truck here with an MD 400 or these scales even, you don't want to put scales just under the steering and under this drive on this side and not the other side. You're going to have to weigh them equal. Both sides of any single axle must be weighed at the same setting, what I just explained here. In the case of a tandem, all 4 wheels must be weighed at the same time. So if you don't, you pull the front one up, the equalizer is going to go down, go up on the front, down on the back, the weight's going to be transferred to the back axle. The MD 400 is a precision weight indicator. By using correct techniques, excellent and dependable weights will be achieved. Have any of you ever heard of transient weight shifting? You know what that is? Nobody? Okay, the largest single factor determining the comparative weights of portable weighing is transient weight shift within the vehicle itself. Transient weight shifting can best be defined as that weight which is transferred from one axle to another one due to one placing an axle in an unusual attitude in relation to the other. This is where I explained on the front of the tandem axle. Or placing the vehicle in a non-level position due to a poor approach or poor choice of weighing sites. In other words, you don't want to weigh going up a hill or down into a valley or a side of a road that's got an excessive amount of angle on it. When utilizing the portable scales under certain circumstances, blocking may be needed. An example on that, say if you only had 4 of the MD400s and this was a tandem, so you weigh your steering with them, you're going to have to block that first axle, or a tri-axle. You're going to have to block when you're weighing the 3 on the back. You're going to have to block the steering axle on it. The transit shift between the axles, the drive axles, and the trailer is normally insignificant. No blocks would have to be used on this. On the approaches, which means the area in which you're going to have the vehicle pull forward up on the portable scales, should be flat, level, and hard surfaced. Straight line movement of vehicle prior to and during the weighing, if you can obtain that. Realizing the procedures of finding ideal weighing surface, the MD400 is designed to weigh on a side slope not exceeding 5 degrees and on any surface capable of holding the scale above the ground, which means even if you're in you don't want to go with great big gravel, but small peat gravel that you can weigh on, as long as it don't mash it down in the ground. The surface chosen should not be on up or downhill, in a hollow, or on a crest, as these conditions will redistribute the weights of the axle. Low tires, occasionally the outside tire will be low. You get them up on the scale so the inside tire is not going to be up off the ground. What you can do on a low tire is have him back off, take your scale, make a 180-degree turn where the handle is going to be on the inside tire, and have him pull up. If he's too heavy, you may even have to double. And if you have to double, you're going to have to crawl under that truck. If you're going to crawl under the truck, block it. If you're up under that truck, he comes off them scales, he's going to come down hard. You've got that weight right on your head, your back, you're dead. It takes about 3 to 5 seconds to throw them blocks under there, and it's a good practice to get into and save your head. On operation on the MD400s, once you get the scale into the weighing position, check your zero, make sure it's zeroed. If it's not, take the zero knob, turn it to where it is. Make sure that once you have him pulled up, that the inner tires are not touching the ground. Read the weight by looking directly over the dial. You don't want to be off to the side, anything like this. You've got to go directly down over it. I guess the bottom line on weighing on portables is experience is the real key to successful weighing. If you haven't done it much, try it a while to work out. If you think that your scales are weighing wrong, if they're not up to certification, make an appointment, go down and have them checked. It doesn't cost nothing. State law says they've got to be every year. Department regulation says every 6 months. If you're weighing a bunch of real excessive overweights and where you're getting a lot of wear and tear, I'd suggest doing more frequent than that. So I guess at this point we're ready to go ahead and try the new scale here. I believe Administrator Cook suggested that what they're going to do is put a tape, a color tape or something on this side where that is the furthest you want these over. You want to set those, I'll pull up on them. These here, you do not want to get these, like I say, on an uneven with these. An uneven area, just pick them up just like this. You can come in. I want it to set about right in here. That way, if your tire's balloon out, you're going to be protecting the dial. You've got plenty of room on the inside. You want to set the other one here, and we'll watch it over on. Once you get it on, let you take a look at how you read them. These are the same as the MD400 as in any scale. Where you have the driver pull up, you want to make sure it's zeroed. Or if they ever kick one out, make sure it's zeroed before you reset it. We'll get the other one set here and we'll pull up on it. Yeah.
Don't get behind it. Our video people are here right there.
Yeah, I hate to get these once and I want these a little bit more breathing. Everybody clear? Except this guy.
But you slide it all the way underneath. I noticed you have just a little spacing. Now, is that required?
Do the same on both sides.
Okay.
Correct that. You know, that's the first time I've used them was this morning, and I'm sure that after everybody uses them, you're going to find an easy, develop an easy way that's comfortable to you to use them. Just as long as you're on the scale on both sides.
But that should have been weighing it. One would be off.
No, because see, you're going to get an even. This is basically a liquid distribution in here. It's got water and something else, but they're in tubes. In here, so as long as you've got your weight that you're going to weigh, and it's within this same, within the weighing area, you're going to get the weight. Any questions on this one?
This scale has to be on permanently flat.
You can go up to 5 degrees this way, not this way, if you got a rutted road or something. No.
Okay, where you set the dial? Is that this little knob right here?
Yeah, that's your zero adjust. Yeah, right here.
You people understand the principle, the theory behind that scale and the fluid that's in it and how it works, pressure and all that? Okay. Discuss that. Not in detail, but just,
Basically, the fluid in it is a water, and I'm not sure on the other substance that's in there, and they're in tubes. When the truck pulls up on it, what it does is it squeezes the liquid out of this, and that's how it's measured. It's through the liquid distribution.
I think they actually banana freeze on the wood.
Is there any kind of special care instruction?
Well, I mean, it's basically like any other piece of equipment. You want to take care of it. You don't want to throw it down the ground. Once you get them issued to you, if you put the lines out here, what that is for is protect you from the guy pulling up and running over your dial. You want to protect that dial.
Everybody hear that? Protect the dial. It's extremely important. I don't think we can fully appreciate you people being new, haven't thrown those old scales as much. Some of you haven't. This is, we're on the cutting edge of some new times here. This is vast improvement. And we want to know not only how well they're working, we want to know if there are problems. They're warranted for 2 years. Therefore, if there's a problem, we want to know about it while they're in the warranty. We want you to tell us if you're experiencing problems. And but you folks are getting a tremendous tool here that has not been around before. So
It goes with an area of $3,000 a piece.
Where are these guys going to?
they'll go back to the factory, which is out in New Jersey, I believe.
Even after they're out of warranty?
Well, no, after they're out of warranty, we're going to be doing it internally through the state government.
Is there anyone here, I mean, I'm not trying to put you on the spot or anything, but is anyone here that has not used an MD400 to weigh with? Everybody has thrown those scales?
Michigan State Police, they have, when they showed us those the other day, they had made like, to put under the other tires, like pieces of wood about the same thickness. Is the Indiana going to do that so it's all level?
According to Bernie, weighing on this, about the only time you would ever need to ramp, from what the book says, if you've got like a triaxle and you've got liquid, like a non-adaptive tank where you're going to get moved, you're going to have to.
But a regular trucks?
Regular trucks.
Wouldn't make any difference?
On a regular triaxle, you're going to have to ramp. It's suggested anyway. It just says that the book, what the book wording was, is it could cause, get false
So your
weight.
district is call something else to the class, or what's the time?
What is it, about 3 4
Just a little over half.
Is that way the same?
These weigh 30 pounds, I believe. The others weigh 36.
Yeah, it's a little bit like this.
One other feature here, well, we'll pull up here. Go ahead and pull up here. Is if, I'm not trying to, I guess, put you in a position of downing anyone or anything, but if you are short, and it's uncomfortable to lift here, there's an indentation under here that you can lift it twice. this. Whichever is the easiest. They might want to try them. See what you can do with them.